I'm gonna give the director's speech. I'm the director.
I'm the director in the show.
Okay, well, why don't we just do it together?
Okay, fine.
Okay, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to You Have the Right to Remain Dead, an audience participation murder mystery.
That's right, audience participation. So make sure you pay close attention and stay on your toes. You never know what could happen next.
These actors have spent the last few weeks preparing the show for you, and they are so excited to bring it to you today.
It is the end of the semester, so do not forget about all the wonderful fine arts we have coming up. Next week on the 11th, we have our winter choral concert. Following that, the next day, we have our winter band performance.
Later that week, we have our winter orchestra concert, so make sure you come out and support these amazing, amazing arts programs. We better go. Please take your seat,
Turn your phone off.
and enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Good evening and welcome to our little theater. But before we begin, just a word of warning. Watch everything. Listen to everything. Don't let anything escape your investigation. Don't assume. Don't take anything for granted. You don't want to miss a thing.
You thought it was all over, didn't you, Morgan?
Whatever do you mean?
Leslie, don't.
I'm not who you think, Francis.
I wasn't speaking to you.
What are you gonna do?
Just this.
Now you've done it.
What happened? Good evening. My name is Harnell Chesterton, and I'll be your narrator this evening. Tonight, you'll be tricked. You'll be looking at one thing while something else is going on. Now you see it, now you don't. And it's all pretty much sleight of hand tricks used to lull you into believing something that is patently false. Even now, as I speak to you, this is another trick. Put some time between the event and the questioning, which is what I'm doing. Now, before you try your best to scrunch up into those devilishly uncomfortable seats, I have one question for you all. Who here has committed a murder? Show of hands. Officer Bainbridge?
Yes?
Got a couple of them for you.
Hands up, hands up. Oh, we know all about them. Can't touch them, CIA.
Well then. What did any of you see in our little demonstration? I'd like to find out what you think you know. Anyway, what happened? You?
They shot a gun.
Was it a gun?
Was it? Was it a gun? It was something. That is an interesting theory. Anyone else? Don't be shy. I don't bite.
Someone died.
Did they?
No. No. Anyone else? I'll take one more guess. You there.
She fainted.
That's wrong. Let's examine this scene. Lights, please. Now, if you thought our first man entered through this front door, you are mistaken. You didn't see him enter. And did someone call him Leslie? No. This man simply said the name. You don't know to whom he was referring to. After all, Morgan could be a woman's name. As could Leslie, as could Francis. And did this man shoot someone with a pistol? No. All you saw was our lovely lady fall to the floor. You don't know what happened. She might have fainted. And now, what about our weapon? Show them, sir. A simple silver cone. You saw him pull it out, you heard a noise, and you assumed it was a gun. Some of you did not. And now, what about that sound that we heard? It was a simple sound effect of a car backfiring. And one more thing, our man is in fact a woman. Thank you. That is exactly my point. Never assume. During the show, characters will switch names. There will be blackouts, people running up and down the aisles, false clues loudly announced as if they were oncoming trains.
Purnell?
Ladies and gentlemen, the director of our little operetta, Miss Blanche Latour. Please give her a round of applause.
Hello. What are you doing?
Just brushing up our doubtful detectives on some of the...
Purnell, you are just the narrator. The narrator. You narrate. That's all. No explanations, no helpful hints, no guided tours.
Of course, I just simply thought...
No thinking. Let us take you now to the deep south where all is not what it seems. That's you. That's what you're supposed to say. And what was with that scene you just did?
It was just a little act I put on some of the more reliable actors.
Reliable?
We were sober.
And you have an officer backstage?
Officer Bainbridge? What about him?
What's he doing here?
Just a little publicity stuff. Build some attraction to the show.
Wait, then how come I had to pay to get in?
You got free donuts.
Did you see me eat a donut, or are you assuming I ate a donut?
I'm assuming you ate 2 dozen donuts.
Hey, I resent that.
You deny it.
No, I
Just
resent
resent
it.
it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a wonderful show for you folks tonight. Now get started. Thank you. You are coming with me.
I'm going with that.
Right. Well, where was I? Before we begin,
To the deep south.
let us take you now to the deep south, where all is not as it seems.
Now, sweet mama, sure do wish you got some stirring up the duck.
I just can't sit still, Savannah, darling. Don't you concern yourself. Go on and do nothing like you generally do, which is why there's so much dust in this house to begin with. Can't draw in a deep breath without whooping up a death zephyr.
Don't go poking at it. Now, you know it's too hot to be breaking a sweat over awkward housekeeping.
I just wish they would get here already. How long has it been since Earl went to pick up Fat Daddy?
They get here soon. Don't you fret none. Now, why don't you have a nice glass of tea?
Why, thank you, Savannah, darling. You made that to yourself?
Just for you, sweet mama.
I'll go, Perch. Thank you.
You ain't trying nothing, are you? You ain't suggesting I'll be working my evil ways by concocting some sort of misfortune upon you in the form of an afternoon refreshment. Now, are you?
Why don't you go ask old Blue?
Oh, Blue's dead.
Yes, I know that for a fact. I also knew you was the last one to feed that poor dog,
Oh, well, you know old Blue's hit my pickup truck.
which he was also driving.
Excuse me for wanting to get into town every once in a while.
I just know that doctor done found something wrong with Fat Daddy. I can just feel it in my old bones.
Oh, you settle some. You could give a slug to Jim.
I wish I could settle. I truly do.
Well, try. Say, how about we take a nice ride into the country? Oh, no.
Has anybody seen the ammo? Hyacinth, whatever are you doing with Fat Daddy's pistol?
And just what pistol is that, sweet mama?
Now you know good and well what pistol, the one you're toting behind your back there.
My, we are suspicious this afternoon. Has she had her tea yet?
Couldn't get her to.
You're holding Fat Daddy's prize side on. Now let me see.
Why, looky here, you are right. Ain't it a charmer, though? Who'd believe that such a fine piece of metallurgy could be such a dangerous and deadly weapon? Sure would put a hole in somebody if somebody else weren't paying strict attention.
Well, it ain't loaded.
What?
Oh, I just mean that when Fat Daddy gets home here, he's gonna want something to relax him. And you just know how much he loves to load up the truck and go out and shoot small animals.
He does for a fact, especially possums.
Well, well, well. What are you fine ladies doing this hot summer afternoon? Sitting here looking all fine and dainty like? Up to no good, I'll wager.
Why, Cleve, you need to relax, honey. Muscles tensing like some wild stallion at the bit.
Savannah!
Nah, Miss Vanna, you can look, but don't touch. You belong to another one. Have you forgotten?
I'm surely hoping you have.
Savannah!
I was just teasing the help, sweet mama. Teasing is all.
Oh, listen to her. Innocent as a new lady. You want all of us for yourself now, don't you, Miss Savannah? All of us baying at your window like one of Fat Daddy's old dogs. And I caught you too, Miss Hyacinth, sneaking a peek at me while I'm out working in the fields and whatnot.
No such thing. Now don't you go flattering yourself. I got better things to do than waste my time watching you. Think you was God's gift to women. I know your type. No good and never will be.
And that's just what's so exciting, ain't it? Forbidden fruit. You lay up at night, you can't sleep because of the heat. Your thoughts are just left wondering and thinking, where am I? Don't they?
You come one step closer and we'll all know where you are. You'll have a tombstone on top of you.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Fat Daddy's favorite pistol. Now what do you plan on doing with that, Miss Hyacinth?
Maybe I was planning on putting a whole new workforce around here.
Don't mind her. It ain't loaded.
No, but she is.
Hush up, all of you. I hear all the stuff coming. Fat Daddy's home. Now behave yourselves, you hear me?
Yes, sweet mama.
Would you like my help to get Fat Daddy into the main house over here?
No, you just be handy in case he needs anything. And you girls don't say nothing to upset him.
And just how we're supposed to do that?
Anytime we say anything that upsets that Fat Daddy.
Then don't say nothing at all.
Fat Daddy, is that you?
I have arrived in all my splendor. Well, I seen you kill each other off yet.
Why, Fat Daddy, you just relax now that you're home with your loved family. Hear about
Right
this?
there's fine, sweet mama. Wants to always see daylight between the two of us.
Why, Fat Daddy?
You make it sound like I was up to some sort of mischief, like I wanted to use some bodily harm.
Like you was the first one I seen at the top of them stairs when I got shoved down to the bottom. That's why I has to carry this. Don't let me do that again.
Sorry, Fat Daddy. I don't know where my mind was. I purely should have seen that coming. But you just never mind. But as your only real son and rightful heir, I shall always stand visual over you and make sure.
Stop sniveling. Look at you. Ought to be in an aquarium. Stand up straight. Or God you can't. Ain't got no backbone. And the rest, sweet mama. Always whining and fussing over me. Why don't you just give it a rest?
That's because I only think of your welfare. Now look at this lovely greeting card I done bought you to cheer you up some.
What is this? Nothing but a bunch of pigs wearing lipstick.
Read what it says inside.
Hogs and kisses. Oh, I'm much cheer now.
I just want to show you how much I and the rest of us love you, Fat Daddy.
A man can go to his grave on such love, and in a hurry. In Savannah, Earl's Walton's wife. We'll all have to order out of the catalog today. Something freely to parade around all the bachelors. Would you even care if they is bachelors? And my loving daughter, Highs. I see you remembered I was coming home today. I do hope I was gone long enough for you to go through all my private papers.
Could have used another hour or so.
And clean.
I just not hire help around here. Now you can yell at me, you can lie to me, and you can beat me. But I will not let you talk bad about me.
A man of honor, I do declare. Well, I has an announcement to make that concerns you all. Even you, Cleet. I'm having an attorney in this evening.
An attorney from where?
He's from Gango Lawyers down to the Widow's Switch. You know the one, don't you, Earl?
You mean it from Billy Joe, Bobby Joe, and Skeeter?
That's the one. Well, one of their best legal minds are coming over for supper tonight, provided everyone's still alive. Him and I are going to adjourn to the library, where I will drop my new will.
Fat Daddy!
What? Well, schnookers and cogs.
I thought that might curl your lips. I just thought y'all might like to know, just in case somebody need a motive or something. And you, give me my hog leg.
And just what do you plan on doing with it?
I do believe it might behoove me to keep it in on my purse from now on. Earl?
Right here, Fat Daddy. I ain't going nowhere. Always at your beck and calling a hand.
Shut up! Give me that glass of tea right there.
I purely will, and in no time you'll see. I just don't know why you have to call to say all those nasty things about me, Fat Daddy.
Didn't I just give you an order?
Here's your tea.
Shut up. Still not sure your mind, you know. I've seen him have everyone's rapt attention, just for the tally books. Who made this tea?
I did, Fat Daddy, with my own ebony and well manicured hands.
Then you drink it.
I made it for Sweet Mama.
Sweet mama?
Not thirsty.
Well, ain't that a surprise?
Well, there you go, accusing us all again. Don't you know what is thick in the water?
It kind of depends on what you're thirsty for. Now pay attention. The whole church is slutty here. Attorney Devereaux will be here tonight, and I want none of y'all barging him about nothing. Try to remember, I'm an expert shot. Earl,
I wasn't doing nothing.
Materi, the one with the wheels, if you're true.
Oh, sure.
I think for the time being, I should stay down in the guest room for my own peace of mind. Let's go.
And just what do you find so amusing?
Well, it seems to me that you lot have until tonight now, don't you?
Whatever do you mean? You slack-jawed but incredibly well-built animal?
I just mean that once Fat Daddy writes up his new will, one of you will be left out in the cold. Maybe even all of you.
I don't know. It just does something to me.
He's on something about Daddy, too. Notice how he said the announcement included him as well?
I caught that. Yes, I did.
And he's also right about one thing. Somebody had better do something before Fat Daddy gets a chance to make out that will.
You mean before he sees the one that's in there right now?
I do for a fact. One of us had better take steps.
One of us.
But who?
Couldn't you just kill them all? Well, what have we learned? If you think you know who the next victim will be, you're probably right. And the murder is about to take place in the next scene, in fact. I guess I may be overstepping my boundaries a little bit here, but I've been to these shows before, and to be brutally honest, they don't play fair. Some character shows up you've never heard of, some policeman comes in, goes on a random spiel about forensic science using terms no one understands. And those blackouts, watch out for those blackouts. That's when they run the real clues by you, yelled from the back of the theater or muffled entirely. And then they switch out the murder weapon, only for it to be found near some potted plant that no one has been near the entire show. I just thought I would. We're not gonna do that anymore? But. Well then, on to the next scene. It is later that evening, before Attorney Devereaux arrives. Carefully.
Got paid class for that. Do you?
Savannah! Don't do that. Lies my life.
Just how did you get that gun away from Fat Daddy?
He finally dozed off in his favorite chair, and I relieved him of it. Wouldn't want it going off. Accidentally.
And other than his pockets? Just what else have you been through? Say, maybe his account books? Where you've been squandering his investments and hiding it with your knack for numbers?
Or maybe I was replacing all his jewelry with fakes from the ones you as hot.
Well, which is it?
Neither. I couldn't find his jewelry or his accomplice. I wonder why.
Maybe Sweet Mama got there first.
We must be circumspect in our actions.
Well, that means I need an alibi. I'm going to the movies. Or at least, it'll look like I went to the movies.
What? What? This is for the feature plan tonight. Where did you get this?
From Buford, down at the picture show. He'll do anything for me.
And I have seen him do it too.
What do you mean? Sneaking around and spying your betters?
Well, I'm supposed to be here. Fat Daddy requested my presence. For what reason? Can't even imagine. Well, well, well. If it isn't Fat Daddy's favorite pistol, how do you suppose he ever let this out of his greedy grasp?
I didn't want him to hurt himself.
I figured that's your job.
What are you children doing in here?
Nothing, sweet mama.
Oh, don't let them con you, sweet mama.
And just what was you up to?
Well, I was up to this pistol right here. But ain't it strange how Fat Daddy was striking his pistol, and I found him here with the two lovebirds over there.
What is the meaning of this? And where's Hassan?
She was outside a moment ago, looking at some electrical journal or something.
No such thing. Why would I be out there? And just what do you need in that pistol for anyways?
Sweet Mama, we was just about to...
The lights! They has gone out!
Sweet mama, how did you get over there?
Hasson's behind this all wager.
No such thing. I was up in my room.
What are you doing over there? You get back here to me.
Somebody run out and get the lights back on!
Earl, was that you?
Stop that!
Fat Daddy!
Somebody just run past me. He's over there.
Fat Daddy! Let's go find him!
I'll go.
Wait, Earl, don't go! Earl? Savannah? Hassan? Clint? Fat Daddy! Oh, dear, darling, don't put Fat Daddy! I just knew this would happen. You keep making enemies out of those who love you so, never knowing that it takes hold in the form of hot lead. Oh, could have something big happen. And all of us just trying to please you, trying to keep this family together. And just look what it's got you. Fat Daddy?
What in the... Sweet Mama, I was so worried with all those shots being fired that you might have took a bullet in your car. But oh no! What is this? Fat Daddy has been cut down in this pile of love.
I don't think so. It's her now.
What?
It's her now.
Well, this isn't right. I'm not sure. I don't remember much about last night.
Oh, Savannah, some stranger has snuck in under our house and managed to get himself shot.
How did you get in the chair?
You're not helping.
I has got the light running again, but I fear it's too late. Someone has murdered.
I fear that a total stranger has snuck into Fat Daddy's chair for no apparent reason.
Oh, yes, sweet mama, you hit it. Here, let's move the stranger out here.
I don't think we can.
Why not?
Well, you see, if somebody has this stranger has, well, then we can't move. Wouldn't that be disturbing evidence?
Okay.
Well, we better do something. Where's Blanche?
Oh, I am so sorry that I ran out.
Shut up!
Wrong line again?
Don't you even know what's going on out here?
No, but that's never stopped me.
He's not supposed to be there. Good one, Sherlock.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you're enjoying our little production, but see, sometimes these little glitches happen, like the heating goes out, the lights don't work just right, or maybe
He's
even
dead.
somebody dies. Has anybody seen Trudy?
He's dead. He's really dead. I mean, dead.
As dead as it takes.
I wonder why you didn't shut off the lights.
Because Trudy isn't in the booth, though.
Wait, is that cop still here?
Yeah, good idea. Get him.
Right.
Our next production is our musical, the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. And we'll open on May 2nd and go all the way to May 5th.
Looking for me?
Where have you been?
I was having a taco. What's the problem?
Over there, it's Harnell.
Oh, you mean this isn't part of the...
Don't you think I would know if it was?
Do you ever?
Should we go on with the show?
How?
I should have known no good was afoot. When the lights went out, I should have known it was gonna befall Fat Daddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, remain calm. Everything is under control.
I just knew something like this was gonna happen. I could just feel it.
Why Fat Daddy would ever go to sleep in that nest of vipers is a mystery to me.
He's dead.
But how?
Sharpen the chest, powder runs through this right here.
Blanche,
What?
here he is.
And yet, I knew one of you would wreak your vengeance on Fat Daddy. Oh, he could be ignorant in some ways.
Do you notice anything different around here?
Huh?
I have never had anything like this happen to me before.
Neither is he, so you're even.
Where's Arnold?
How can anybody murder Fat Daddy?
Ajax!
Over the top.
No, your usual.
What are you doing?
Covering him up.
He's not a piano.
That's what you put Fat Daddy in the show, so just try and do the same for him.
That seems fine, go ahead.
Officer, what do we do?
Let me handle it. Ladies and gentlemen, I must ask that none of you leave the theater.
What? What are you doing?
I'm keeping everyone together.
You can't keep the whole audience here.
In a murder investigation, I can do whatever I want. And I'm pretty sure he's been murdered.
Okay. Wait. You guys changed something around here, didn't you?
Oh, where's Arnold?
They paid to get in here.
Yeah, and now they're suspects. Just like all of you.
We're suspects? I just answered an ad in the paper.
Suspects, you can't hold them.
I can. I could arrest a whole lot of you right now.
You're kidding.
Yeah. Everyone please raise your right hand. You have the right to
You're
remain silent.
arresting the audience?
Hey, what a great way to hold a crowd.
The entire audience?
Yeah, it could be a record down at the precinct house. Last year, Sergeant Flinley arrested a choir for disturbing the peace. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have
Hey,
the right
we should do this at every performance. Have a cop come in and arrest the audience.
Shut up!
And if you cannot afford an attorney.
Stop that. They had nothing to do with this.
So sure that are you.
Wait. What if they did? The audience? Are you seriously suggesting that one of them is a murderer?
Well, look at them.
Oh, especially that one. I know I've seen them on America's Most Wanted.
It is not one of them.
Okay, if it's not one of them, oh, it's one of us.
Wow. They're sure quiet.
Wonder what they're thinking.
Maybe they think this is still part of the whole performance.
Yeah, let's go with that.
What's going on here?
I found him. He was locked in the bathroom.
Yeah, I had a few minutes before I had to come on, so I took a break. Next thing you know, I can't get out.
Wait, there's no lock on the bathroom door, just a latch from the inside.
Somebody shoved a chair under the doorknob.
Officer, I still say you can't accuse the audience.
Well, that depends. Who was the last one to see Arnell alive?
I saw him just a few minutes ago. He came on over there, we had a quick chat, and then I exited.
So he finished his part out here?
That's right.
That means that the last one to see Harnell alive was them.
I can still say it's one of them.
Wait, but that would mean that one of them would have to have come on stage. Wouldn't the other audience members have seen him?
Why do you say him?
There was a blackout.
Yeah, but they still would have heard something, right? Lights, someone running up and down the aisles or whatever? What?
We had people running up and down the aisles for effect.
Great, well we see the effect. I need to know what happened here, what the action was. Anyone have a script handy?
I have one. I'll go grab that.
Why does Apex have a script backstage?
He's still learning his lines.
Alright, everybody, I need to know what happened during the blackout. What did you see? What did you hear? Anything suspicious? Alright, that wasn't a rhetorical question. Yes.
Yeah, again, people running up and down the aisles, I think back
Gunshots.
Gunshots. Interesting. Yes?
I did see one of you running, and it was you.
Who?
Red guy.
Interesting. Alright, anybody else? Yes.
I saw the director walk out the back door before the blackout.
I think there's a dead guy right there. You might want to check that out.
Interesting. I wonder how that happened. Huh, yes?
How does the director end up back there to come down here and back on stage? That's all.
Perhaps we can consider that later. Alright, so you are the director, yes?
Guilty. I mean, yes.
And everybody out here, everyone was backstage before they came out, yes?
Well,
You must have technical people, right? Light, sound, props, stage manager?
sure.
Alright, I need them all out of here right now.
Hey, I'm here.
Where have you been?
I was in the bathroom.
Where was everybody in the bathroom?
I didn't see you.
I meant the one out in the hall.
You're what, light, sound, props, stage manager?
Sure. We're sort of a small group.
Yeah, I also clean up backstage every night before every show, and I sell refreshments at intermissions.
Officer, could we maybe get him, please? Still dead.
Yeah, roll them out, I guess?
I'll do it.
Wait, fingerprints.
Mine should already be on here. I handled it in the first scene and in the blackout. I rolled Arnold on stage. Well, I thought it was Arnold.
Why did you think it was me?
He was in your chair wearing your hat. Description fit.
Got it. Sorry about all the scribbling. Here you go.
Thanks.
Did I miss something?
Oh, and by the way, Doris, found your knitting needles backstage.
Oh, good, I was looking for those. Oh, that could be a clue, huh?
Right? Officer?
Sure, don't touch them.
But they would already have my fingerprints on them.
Yeah, and mine. Okay, I did not do it.
Just put it on the desk over there.
I'm almost finished with my Afghan.
You're knitting a dog?
Okay, gunshots are heard. It says in the script, gunshots are heard. Is that tape or real gun?
Real gun.
Where is it?
Here it is.
You're welcome. Pass this over.
Great, now everybody's fingerprints are on it.
Trudy's aren't.
Blanche, I run props. I handle the pistol every night when I load it.
Load the pistol?
That's right, with blanks.
And it's fired 6 times during the blackout?
Right. With blanks. Only tonight, one shell was a dud. I only had 5 shots.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Officer?
Oh, right, just roll them out by the props table, I guess?
Right.
Wait a minute. What if it wasn't one of us? Or one of them?
What do you mean?
Well, someone could have come in through the back door, shot Harnell, then left again.
So that way, it would look like one of us did it.
There's only one back door?
Yeah.
Couldn't have been. I was back there. I was coming back to the parking lot when the guy came to get me, and nobody entered or exited through that door. Except for her.
That's the only door to the back of the theater, and I usually go back and forth during a show.
So it is one of us.
Oh, this is ridiculous. We have all known each other for years. We're like a family. One big, happy family.
Family members kill each other every day.
Well, Steve is new.
That's right, and we don't know anything about him.
Did I miss anything? Yes, I did.
Still saying, it isn't one of us.
Alright, well, let's just think about this for a minute. Arnold is murdered, and does the killer hide the body? No, not only does the killer let the body be discovered, but in front of an entire audience. Sounds like someone very dramatic to me.
Why did everybody look at me?
Why don't you tell us?
About the gun misfiring. What if one shot had already been fired? blackout, who knows what was going on?
Well, the gun only fired 5 shots. I don't know because I'm the one who.
Who fires the gun?
Officer, I roll Arnold on stage and Ajax fires him.
Yes, I had it in the scene from before.
That's right. That's the way I assigned them.
Wait, he rolls you on stage? Why don't you roll yourself on?
We tried that at rehearsal, it just takes too long. It's easier if the wheelchair is pushed out.
So I roll Harnell on stage and someone shoots him in the blackout?
Wait, but how is that possible? I'm the only one with the gun.
Somebody shot Harnell and then put him in a wheelchair. Backstage.
Meaning, he was already dead when I rolled him out?
Right. When you rolled him out.
Let's go back to accusing the audience once.
So someone loaded the gun with 1 live round and 5 blanks.
But the gun was on stage.
Yeah, I fired it during the blackout.
Somebody must have loaded the gun before the blackout. Wait. Right. Harnell exits, and somebody grabs him and shoots him. And the only one that could have been sure the gun was the only one that could have been sure the wheelchair was empty was you.
I told you, I was in the bathroom.
Great. Well, you people sure know how to spread out the incriminating evidence.
What do you mean?
Alright, well, we have one person who's seen the Harnell literally seconds before he was murdered. We have a second who loaded the gun. We have a third who fired the gun. We have a fourth that could have been sure the wheelchair was empty, and we have a fifth that rolled Harnell out, not realizing he was dead. You, however, would have no idea in which direction the gun was going to be aimed, so you're in the clear.
Well, you know, I still could have picked up the gun, shot him, and then put it back down on the prop table like the others.
You're right.
Trudy, this isn't a final.
Maybe for one of us.
Or more.
And whoever killed Harnell would have had several minutes to do it, because Harnell exits and then it's 1, 2, 3 pages before the blackout.
That's right. Not exactly.
What do you mean?
Well, I just mean that after Harnell leaves in the blackout, the next scene opens with Earl, him, entering, carrying the gun.
Yeah, I had the gun.
Solved it.
When I came on stage, will you people stop that?
Alright, well, one of you must have seen one of the others.
We always see the others. We've been rehearsing this show for weeks.
Except you were conveniently in the bathroom.
Forgive me for living. I haven't felt good all evening. Something I hate.
What's this?
Trudy, the board.
Yeah, just a second.
Where's she going?
We have a very temperamental control board.
Wasn't she helpful?
Teenager. Well, you come to the next board.
Well, it seems you, her, and she haven't been implicated yet.
Yet?
We'll see. In the meantime, I'll go put in a call to the forensic boys, see if they can come down here and take a look. And I'll check through Harnell's pocket, see if that sheds any light on the crime. Y'all sit tight. And then we'll get to motives.
What did she mean by we haven't been implicated yet?
It means she'll find something on you sooner or later. Or at least that's what I got from it.
But there's nothing to find.
You were dating Harnell.
2 dinners. Took me out for 2 dinners. I was hungry.
Yeah, you must have been hungry for 2 dinners.
Those were on 2 separate nights, Ajax.
Oh.
Well, what about Doris?
I should have shut up when I had the chance.
Oh, yeah. She and Harnell went out a lot more than we did.
I warned you about it.
Shut up.
Okay, so we're divorced. I still worry about you.
Crime of passion. I've seen it on the news 100 times.
Yeah, just one big happy family.
Well, I didn't kill him.
Neither did I. Okay? Everyone calm down. We're not gonna get anywhere blaming everyone.
Well, we haven't blamed everyone.
What, so now you think it's me?
No one suspects you, so you'd be the first one I would suspect.
What?
You know how it goes. It's always the last one anybody would suspect, right? And who would that be?
I'm back.
Oh, come on. She keeps accusing herself.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What about our police officer that we have today?
What about him?
He was already here, right?
Blanche called him. I did not. Cornell did. I think.
He says Harnell called him in, but we only have his word for that. Just like we only have his word, he's a real police officer.
Ask to see some credentials.
Does anybody know what police credentials look like?
It's a badge with a company grade card, badge number, name.
Anybody can fake those.
So that would mean premeditation. This was a spur of the moment type of thing, wasn't it?
Not if the gun was loaded before the show. Hang on. I know how we'll find out if she's real or not. We'll just call the station.
Oh, you know that by heart, don't you?
Probably got it on her speed dial. I'm calling information.
If you get anyone, don't mention me. Parking tickets.
How do you mean?
Going from Harnell's pockets.
When they answer, ask for an officer Bainbridge. Okay. Now we need to figure out where everyone was when the murder happened.
I was in the back.
We know about you.
Still don't feel well. Doris, you have those notes from earlier?
No, just brought one for each of us. Good show presents.
Okay? What about the rest of you?
I was in the boys' dressing room by myself.
I was off stage left. I was getting ready to come on. I was going through my lines.
And I was in our ladies' dressing room. But wait, Lee was there with me. No, I think that was last night. I think.
Well, I was in front of the dressing rooms, getting ready to make my entrance. Then yeah, Ajax came over. Great, so nobody saw anybody else. Ajax, where did you come from?
Detroit.
When you met Lois.
Oh, I was on my way to the prop table, then realized I didn't have to go anymore.
Ah. Anything yet?
Yeah, we have mold. She'll be coming round. She'll be coming round.
He's on his phone now. Cellular.
Don't let him catch you.
Gee, you think that'll make him suspect me, huh?
Why didn't we just do cats?
Okay, thank you. There is an Officer Bainbridge.
Did you talk to him?
Said he wasn't there.
So that could be him.
Only one way to find out. If he's really calling for backup and they show, that would prove him out. Good point.
Why are we so worried about clearing her? Shouldn't we be worried about clearing you? Well, they did tell me one thing. Officer Bainbridge is on vacation.
So?
In Hawaii.
Here he comes.
Well, forensic boys aren't coming.
What, they have bingo tonight?
Off on another case. It'll be by later and said not to leave until then. And here's what I found in Harnell's pockets.
Anything incriminating?
Hard to tell. I've kept his keys, wallet, credit cards. Here's what was left. We've got some handwritten notes from you people, and part of a playing card. We'll go over this later, though. In the meantime, I think we need to figure out who is who and where everybody was when the murder took place.
Well, we just went over all of that.
She wasn't here.
Well, then why did we go over all that?
All right, well, how old did everyone know Harnell?
He's been around for years.
Yeah, we all know it.
Some more than others.
He made the rounds with the rest of us. Dabbles in real estate, apps on the side. He's got a beer commercial next week. He's done a lot of managerial work. Oh my God, I just thought of something.
What?
They're gonna have to recast for that beer commercial.
Hey, I was up for that.
I'm gonna call my agent.
Please.
All right, well, I can't have anybody leaving or doing anything crazy. One thing I hate is surprises. So, like this, now what?
Trudy Lord.
Okay, I guess I'll kill the mains, bring up the house lights. Should hold it for a while.
The electrics in this building are kind of old.
All right, well, I guess everybody can take a break. But nobody leave the building.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take about 15 minutes.
And none of you leave either. I might have some questions for you later.
I can't believe you're still holding them.
Hey, they wanted an audience participation murder? Maybe one of them took their participation too seriously.
But they can't be of any help.
Maybe they can. All right, everybody, listen up. I'm open to pretty much any suggestions at this point, so during the break, feel free to come up here and take a look at the evidence, anything you might find. But don't touch anything. You really don't want to get your fingerprints messed up in this whole thing. And one last word of warning. In this business, you can never be too careful. How well do you really know the person sitting beside you? Or sitting in front of you? Or worse still, behind you? Look at him, look at him hard. You could be looking at a killer. So take your 15 minutes, because after that, the investigation will really get underway.
Everybody off.
Get out of there! said portrait. Yours is here. Yes.
Steve's
cannot be the killer, bro. I know it's not you.
What are you doing, Genesis?
What do you think? It was me.
It was you!
It was me.
Oh no! Who do I think did it? I'm suspicious of the director, but I can't be too sure.
That's what I said.
That director is acting sus.
Bevis is on set right now.
It was me, guys.
It was Rosie. I don't know. You may be right, you may be wrong, and I will never know. Intermission should be so, yeah.
They're working.
All right, everybody out. Let's go. I need a line up right along here. Let's go.
I cannot believe this.
What are you so worried about? You have an alibi. We all do. We didn't see anything.
Well, maybe we did, we just didn't realize it.
Let's go. Line up.
This is so lame.
I think it's kind of exciting.
Oh, you like it, huh?
Is this really necessary?
We need to figure out who is who, where everybody was, and who had dealings with Harnell.
We all had dealings with him.
Some more than others. Hey, Doris?
You leave her alone.
I've never had to stand in the lineup before.
It's not that bad. Parking tickets.
Hey, Jax, you really must tell us about your past sometime.
And now would probably be a good time. Alright, wait, where's the kid? Trudy?
I guess they'll hold for a while.
Get in line.
Yep.
Alright, so your director has given me a program for tonight's show.
Don't forget to grab a program. Without a program, you can't tell the killers from the actual actors.
Feeling better now, aren't you?
You sound suspicious.
You don't miss a trick.
Okay, Blanche Latour is you.
Right.
Arnold Trumbull.
That's me.
Doris Trumbull?
President.
You two related?
Yes.
No. Divorced.
Lois Jacobson.
Here.
Steve Randall.
Speaking.
Lee Dorset.
Yo.
Ajax Conroy.
Sort of.
And Trudy Marsh.
Yes, ma'am.
Hang on, you said sort of. What do you mean?
Ajax Conroy, that's my stage name. Real name's Frank.
Frank Conroy?
No, Ajax Frank. I changed it. It always sounds like a wiener you can do dishes with.
Well, if we're being truthful as possible, dear, then we have to be honest.
Honesty,
It's bound to come out anyways.
honesty is always a good idea. This isn't a Senate hearing, you know? What aren't you telling me?
My name used to be Trudy Marsh Chesterton.
What?
Mother and Harnell were married for a few years. He was my stepfather. They got divorced, though. Good thing, because I hated him. He was always trying to impress people, trying to show what a big man he was. And he always found ways of doing it by belittling my mother. I mean, I can't tell you how many nights I lay up in bed thinking of ways to get rid of him.
Ways to kill him?
Sure, I came up with 16. We were pretty good.
She is helpful, isn't she?
Okay, but I never used a gun. Too easy to trace.
You think? Alright, now, who dated Harnell?
Doris, lead in.
You both did?
Listen, I think we should get a few things straight before we go volunteering anything. We have our rights too, you know.
God, please don't tell me you're a lawyer. I think I'd rather confess myself than have to do with a lawyer.
Oh, maybe you should. Like me.
Yeah, officer, we only have you where that you are who you say you are. She's right. You haven't shown us any credentials, ma'am.
Fair enough. I suppose it's a good thing you asked. Most people never do.
Just a second. Ajax, you probably have the most experience with this.
Badge number, grade card, name. Yeah, seems legit.
Abby?
I'm not. You could have manufactured those almost anywhere.
Yeah. And why were you already here this evening?
Harnell invited me. We played poker together. I thought he was gonna pay for an old IOU.
We only have your word for.
Yeah. And how's Hawaii?
What? Oh, I see. You filmed the station, right?
I did.
I haven't left yet. My vacation only just started.
By investigating a murder?
Alright, listen. If I'm not really a cop, I could have just shot him and left. None of you know me, right? Why would I have hung around to investigate?
She's got a point.
Wait, I've never seen you at the station before.
I've seen you.
He's legit.
Alright, so, you dated Harnell?
He and I went out a few times. That's true. But I broke it off.
You broke it off?
And he's jealous.
You're jealous?
Okay, thanks a lot, Doris. Yes, I'm jealous. I still love my wife and I don't care who knows that.
Ex-wife, and he really cares who knows that.
So it's possible Harnell left you for, say, someone else?
No, I told you I broke up with him. If anyone was heartbroken, it was Harnell. And if anyone was laughing, it was me.
But there still seems to be...
What's that? It's the board again. The sound effects tape just kicked in. I can go and fix it real quick.
You'll get to it in a minute.
But then it'll just keep running through all the effects of the.
Just a minute. There still seems to be some confusion regarding who broke up with whom.
Again, I
pay for all of them. You could say that again. Sure, hang on. Ah, it's the forensics. They're open on the case, but they'll be by later.
And why are they not here?
Some nightclub burned down and they're investigating.
Which one?
Queen of Hearts? I mentioned the Queen of Hearts and you two look at each other. Thought I missed that, did you?
That didn't mean anything. I just heard about the fire. That's all.
Uh-oh!
At the nightclub?
Right, officer?
Lois. What? Officer, it's bound to come out eventually. She and I were just about to buy the nightclub.
Right. That's it.
Well, didn't that open a new door?
Are y'all sure you're not planning this? It's just running through all the effects of the show.
Listen, officer, there's really nothing to tell. You're going to buy the nightclub, turn it into a theater, and move there from here. That's it. Case closed.
All except for the club burning down tonight.
Coincidence. Officer, we hadn't even closed the deal yet. And besides, what would it have to do with Harnell?
Maybe he found something in you guys that was trying to blackmail him. After all, we know how good he was at holding stuff over.
Holding stuff over people's heads? Blackmail?
Nothing. I didn't mean anything.
Was he blackmailing anyone here? Say, you.
I should say no! He had me find some stuff, but he never.
So you found incriminating material for Harnell?
Officer, I'm an investigative reporter.
God, I think I'd rather have to deal with a lawyer.
You are a freelance snoop. You are not a reporter.
Not yet. I have several inroads at the local television station. And it's only a matter of time before I am a reporter. And can we cue that sound effects tape?
Yeah, fine, go ahead. Just a second. So that only leaves you, and I know I've seen you at the police station.
I get around.
You ever been arrested?
This week?
Have you ever been arrested?
Yeah, maybe a couple times. Ha! I thought we shut the sound effects tape off.
Sorry, that was.
Just the little stuff, officer. Delinquent parking, speeding tickets.
Keeping calm.
That never made it to court. Get him!
Oh, yeah, I can lie.
Wait a minute. I just thought of something. What if the killer thought Harnell was...
Me?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. If he plopped you in your chair, I mean, he's been doing that all week. And if he was wearing your hat in the darkness, I mean, it would look like you.
But who would want to kill me?
Why would I wait till tonight to do it? I could have done it any time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Why was Harnell killed tonight? And in the middle of a performance.
Get with the program. Obviously, Harnell called on Officer Bainbridge here to get the goods on somebody. Either they paid up on something, or... Trudy!
Okay, we would have saw something though, wouldn't we?
Somebody wanted to kill me.
Maybe we did see something. Maybe the killer is finished. Maybe he or she still has more victims in mind.
But this is only a 2-act play.
All right, let's so at the time of the murder, where...
Oh.
Get away from me! The pistol! What happened to the pistol?
Everybody stay calm. Trudy, the board? Trudy, hello? All right, if the lights come back up, if the lights come back up and somebody's missing, it sure looks suspicious. What the?
Oh, there you are.
Where did it go?
Oh, when the lights blow, so do I. And there's the pillow.
I remember.
Oh, officer, before Harnell was killed, Steve was looking on the floor backstage. Like he lost something.
Where is he?
He's back here. One moment.
Wait,
Officer, where are you?
I'm right here. Where are you?
Over here. I remembered something, and it proves Harnell was alive when I left him.
Wait, what? Hang on.
Over here. He said something.
What?
He was cautioning someone. I think it was me. He said, carefully. I think he was afraid the door was going to slam when I left, but I didn't know that, and then that was when I walked away, but... Trudy!
talking? Who's doing all this? Officer Bainbridge? Keep talking. It was Arnold. He's the killer. He's not sick or anything. What are you talking about? Oh, there you are. I'm talking to someone. In the bathroom? Yeah. He must have been making a phone call. He has a cellular phone. That must mean something. Why didn't you tell me this earlier? Does everybody remember everything in the dark? Wait, don't go anywhere. Don't move. Hello? She moved.
They're trying to frame me, and I know who's doing it. I've got the goods on her.
Who are you?
It's Steve. I'm over here. It's Lois, I tell you.
What? Wait, oh.
You were right about the nightclub. Well, there's more to it than that. Harnell was in on it with them.
With who?
Lois and Blanche. But Blanche didn't know Harnell was mixed up in it.
But Harnell would have known if he was on the video. Why would Lois know something here?
Because he was blackmailing Lois into paying a much higher price. Don't you see? She had to pay his price or he'd tell you everything you know about her.
But what did he know about Lois?
That I don't know.
Alright, well everybody please just come out here.
No!
But you can't get out. I locked the back door. Alright, get the lights up. Finally, everybody out here.
Well, I'm sorry. Somebody trying to kill me, I just thought.
Nothing has been proven yet.
Well, nothing's been proven on Harnell either, and he's dead.
Get away from me! You get away from me!
Accuse me, will you?
Are you alright?
Yeah, but you're the killer.
Girls, how could you say that?
Go out there.
Why are you people doing this?
That's what they do. They're actors.
It's stupid. I get so sick of it. In books, in plays, in movies, it's always the same thing. There's a killer on the loose, and what does everybody do? They run around in the dark. Who writes these things?
We try not to deal directly with the writers unless we just have to.
I'm not surprised. They never show these things how they actually are. They always have the murder take place where the audience can't see it, and the suspects are always so obvious, guilt-ridden, and spouting on motives like Christmas carols. And the police, I cannot stand how they always show the police in these things. They always show too late to actually solve the murder, just in time for someone named Sir Chauncey to hand over a murder weapon and a weeping, repentant murderer. And when they actually do arrive, they're always showing us some kind of lazy, overweight, donut-eating mouth breather with a low hairline and one eyebrow.
Wait, weren't you eating a couple of,
I had 2 donuts, okay? And then when the police do arrive, they stumble over their words and bumble all over the stage. Oh, they sent me here because I was in the immediate vicinity. That kind of thing. And when they're actually allowed to solve the murder, they always miss all the main clues and just get sent off on some wild goose chase. And the final indignation, the murder is always solved with all the suspects in one room. You never have all the suspects in one room. Well, I guess tonight we do, but still, that's how you theater people see murder.
Okay, we're all here now, officer. Where do we go from here?
Well, the forensics team just showed up. They're checking out Harnell right now. Finally,
Wait.
not to go anywhere.
Wait, how did they get in?
I left them in the back door. I thought the back door was locked. I lied. Although, none of you tried to leave.
Wait, so did the other officers know Officer Bainbridge?
Yeah.
Guess she checks out.
That rules him out.
okay, so what if she is a cop? Cops murder people all the time.
Yeah, but what about what she said before? If she murdered Harnell, why would she just hang around?
Because she is a cop, and we saw her here, so it'd be quite peculiar if Harnell was shot and Bainbridge just left.
Yeah. And she would know all the ins and outs of covering her track.
And her fingerprints would be on everything along with ours.
I say it's
Okay, we're jumping to conclusions now.
okay, and I'll say it again. It's not her. It's one of us. All right, they're getting started. Everybody just stay put.
Wait, shouldn't you be questioning us?
Yeah, and can we ask you some questions?
What?
Yeah. Everybody gets to question everybody else. After all,
on stage the entire time, but they see and hear everything.
Fine. I guess you make a good point there. All right, everybody listen up. Before you ask any questions, I feel there's a few things you should know. 1, the murder was premeditated and committed by someone in the building. 2, as to anyone curious to the layout of the backstage, behind that wall there we have the bathrooms and prop table, and back there are the dressing rooms. Please keep your questions mostly about the murder. Now, does anyone have anything to ask anybody on stage? Yes.
Yes, to ask you, you had a gun only after the lights came up the last time, and you just set it over there. What's that about?
That was the prop gun that was used in the original play, but I put it in my holster earlier to hang on to and then forgot to put it on the prop table. I really didn't want any of you suspicious individuals to be running around with a gun. Anybody else? Yes.
Miss Doris, I saw 2 notes on that table, one from you and one from Sweet Mama, and the handwriting didn't match. Anyone would comment on that?
Well, I always, stay in character, to write my own notes and my characters, Sweet Mama, Doris, they're very good people. So, yeah.
All right, anybody else? Back there, we're back.
Cleve, what's you have to pay Harnell or the town hall?
Poker. Yeah, we play poker together occasionally.
All right, next. Way back there?
Is it just parking tickets or other things?
All right, now you asking too many questions.
All right, anyone else have anything to ask? Yes.
There's also a note from someone named Lee in the same handwriting from Doris. So.
Well, I mean, we both have, because we're both actors, we normally write our things usually for a lot of practice and stuff. We usually end up doing a lot of the same sort of things. Like whenever we're acting, we have our own signature handwriting, and so for us, we practice a lot.
See my Sweet Mama handwriting? Sweet Mama.
I have my own handwriting for Hyacinth.
All right, anybody else? Yes.
Well, Lee's note said your time has come, which seems a little bit ominous, if you ask me.
That is suspicious. We should definitely touch on that. I saw a hand right there.
You said you were backstage and he ran over to was offstage and you said that and he couldn't find you as well.
I heard something was going on and I figured I should come out.
So why did you lie? Say you got you, but you couldn't find me.
Well, I assumed the guy was coming to get me since he came out there and said, "Oh, I found him." I mean, my job is to be deductive reasoning and all that. Anybody else? Yes.
We said the ticket was for a movie, but it says Putt-Putt on it. It's a dog ticket.
Was that the name of the movie?
Well, Buford isn't very bright, so I just took whatever he gave me.
You said there was part of a playing card in his pocket, there was a whole playing card, and it was Queen of Hearts, which is the name of the club.
Queen of Hearts. I must have misspoke, but I suppose you're right. Interesting. All right, I suppose we've gotten about as much as we're going to get out of that. Now, as regards to you people.
Wait. They get to ask us questions, but we can't question them.
What do you mean?
Right? It's our turn now. Fine. Go ahead.
All right.
See, we're not the brightest. Whoa.
How are you doing today?
Hold up. You're very suspicious. Why am I suspicious?
We have intermission in the black area.
Nothing will never move.
So you guys have been here the entire time. Is there any way for you guys to prove that?
I've got some. I think you say.
We've got everything on tape, too.
Everything's on the tape.
Watching you.
I recognize you. You moved.
Well, honestly, I don't have any like evidence that we were going to buy the nightclub, but you know, there would just be no reason for me to kill her now. Obviously, I've got my eyes on you.
All right, yeah, I don't know anywhere with this, so make your way back up here.
Teenagers.
All right. I think it's about time we figured out who murdered Parnell Chesterton.
Wait, we've come this far.
What are you doing?
We're gonna let them take a vote. They're gonna clap for the person that they think is the murderer. Do you think it's me? Officer Bainbridge? Steve? Arnold? Trudy?
I could have done it.
Lois? Doris? Lee? And Ajax.
You done?
Just letting them get their money's worth.
Fine. All right, well, the first thing I'd like to point out again is that the murder was premeditated.
You said that.
Yes, but the point was made that perhaps Parnell had to be murdered tonight because he had some information he was going to give me unless his blackmail was paid off.
Fair assumption. He used you to hedge his bets. Whoever he was blackmailing would see that you're here and knew that they would have had to act fast.
Premeditated, remember? According to your theory, the murderer saw me show up tonight and then shot Parnell. But the gun was loaded with live ammo before the show even started, which would have meant that they couldn't have just seen me here and run out to buy some mid-show. Premeditated, see?
Then why was Harnell murdered if it wasn't because of you?
Well, this is only a theory, but say the killer who shot only once didn't kill Harnell first try. They couldn't have risked Harnell ratting them out later after you recovered, right? So. All right, I'll ask you this. What happens when you're out here in the bright stage lights and then you go backstage where it's dark?
Yeah, it takes a second for your eyes to adjust. You can't see anything when you first exit.
Exactly. And whoever killed Harnell would have known that. Harnell exits stage and within seconds, he's shot. Not just because the killer had to act quickly to return to their part, but also so Harnell couldn't see them. And about these notes, and the other things I found in Harnell's pockets.
What about it? I mean, that Queen of Hearts card leads back to the nightclub, which only leaves Lois and Blanche.
As somebody mentioned, the Queen of Hearts definitely seems to tie to the club, but that doesn't entirely make sense, does it? Because, as Steve said, the deal hadn't closed yet, and as we all know, the club burned down tonight, but Lois and Blanche couldn't have anything to do with it because the deal wasn't closed.
That's right.
And since the club burned down tonight, they would have no motive they would have had no motive to do it, no motive to pay, no reason to pay Harnell's price, and no motive to kill him.
Oh yeah.
About the rest of the notes. As somebody mentioned earlier, we have a particularly suspicious one from Lee. Your time has come.
Right. That one was a joke. Sort of.
On the same night he was murdered.
Harnell told me that he had a letter published in the magazine, and I just wanted to let him know that I got his copy. Right here. See? His time had come.
Cute. And, this one. You already talked about this earlier, but, do I pay you or City Hall? Cleet, you play Cleet, right?
Yeah, I sent the letter, but it was a gag, like Lee. I played poker with him, just like you, officer.
Fine. Now, seems like you win, place, or show. Steve, this refers to you, helping Harnell with his schemes?
I was just paid to do the research, that's all.
Alright. And, this one. When will you stop padding your part, sweet mama?
Oh, isn't that the truth? He was always writing his material.
Yes.
Alright, I'll cut this short. I don't think this had anything to do with the blackmail. None of this shows any kind of urgency. Which only leaves Harnell's personal life.
Okay, I can't stand it anymore. I killed Harnell. We can stop this cat and mouse routine. I did it.
You did it?
Yeah, I knew about to get to that. That's why there's not enough for me on the table. I took it after I killed her. I had it all planned out, just like you said. I'm the only one that knew the wheelchair would be empty. I also had it done.
But I saw you put it on a props table when I moved you off.
That was part of the plan. Remember, Harnell had a speech before he had to come off, so I took the gun, and when he came off, I shot him. It was just a matter of placing the gun back on the prop table. I needed an airtight alibi, so I rigged the chair against the door.
And just how did you do that?
By using the knitting needle. So I tied a piece of yarn to the back of the chair, placed it outside the door with the door barely shut, got a piece of that yarn, put it through the keyhole, grabbed that yarn and pulled it real tight, pulling the chair under the doorknob. So I guess I must have dropped it later on. It's easier once you figure it out.
Well, that is the most ridiculous story I've ever heard.
Huh?
First of all, the bathroom door doesn't have a keyhole.
Oh.
Second of all, you didn't kill anyone, Arnold. You're covering up for someone. Someone you love very deeply, even though you're divorced.
Wait a minute.
I figured you'd pull something like this, and I already investigated everything backstage before this. That's how I knew about the keyhole, or lack thereof. Now, all I want to know is... Wait a minute. Hey, Jack.
What? I didn't do anything.
You signed your note, your character, Cleet, right?
Yeah. And he didn't do it either.
Well, so did Doris.
Oh, and that makes me the killer, right?
Well, you were right. There's a note from you, sweet mama, but there's also a note addressed from you. Maybe it's your turn to pay to play. Doris.
What? I never wrote any note like that.
No, but somebody did. Somebody who didn't know you had already written a note to Harnell. Who was it that told me that Harnell might have, who was it that suggested that Harnell might have brought me in to make the killer nervous? And who was it that told me that Arnold was in the bathroom on his phone? The same person who forged the note from Doris. Because it's written in, just like the others, it's printed in a different pen, but it also has circles over the eyes in its and time. The same person who circled the eyes in Your Time Has Come.
What? Can't be serious.
Can't I? Your little plan backfired, didn't it, Lee? He did see you. He wasn't blinded by the dark after all. He did see you.
This is ridiculous. This is all circumstantial. You're making this up.
He did see you. Blanche, didn't you say Harnell said something when you were exiting?
Yeah, he said carefully.
Did he say carefully? Or did he say carefully? Harnell was right after all. At the top of the show, he said never assume. You sent that note to Harnell as a threat, didn't you? But you knew it would come out. So you had your cute little Lancer with a magazine all set up, and you thought that once you assumed that once you answered, we would move on to somebody else as a suspect, and I did for a while.
Lee?
Damn it!
Oh, she's got the pistol! She's got the pistol!
That's right, I did. Harnell deserved it. You all know it. You all would have done the same thing I did. I did. So sick and tired of him using me. Played me for a sucker. He used me to get information on the rest of you. He laughed at me.
And he made you pay for your own dinner.
Shut up! You want to know the funny thing? I didn't mean to do it. I just wanted to scare him. He shouldn't have been able to see me, don't you see? I didn't want to kill him. But I did want to let him know that he couldn't just pull his stunts around us anymore. I didn't plan to kill him.
But he did see you.
Yeah, that's right. He saw me, I shot him, he fell in the chair. That's when I heard Arnold talking in the bathroom and I got the idea. I replaced the gun, I pushed the chair under the door. Now, don't anybody move. I will make a nice, clean exit if you don't.
You're not going anywhere.
Oh, don't you pull that old stunt about one of your men being behind me. I'll shoot, I warn you.
You can't.
I can. Don't come any closer.
The gun's unloaded.
I reloaded it. Don't come any closer. Don't.
I cannot believe this.
She didn't shoot.
She couldn't. As I said, gun's unloaded.
How did you know?
Calculated guess? As I've said so many times, this was premeditated. You planned this whole thing out so meticulously, and you knew that the first thing the cops would look for when they arrived was the rest of the live ammo. You only brought one bullet, didn't you?
Shut up.
I knew the gun was missing, but I was hoping one of you would make some kind of grandstand play like this, and I knew with actors like you, it would only be a matter of time. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Officer Bainbridge.
What about me?
Oh yeah, Lee Dorset. Trudy Marsh. Lois Jacobson. Steve Randall. Ajax Conroy. Doris Trumbull. Arnold Trumbull. Parnell Chesterton. And I am your humble director and host, Blanche Latour.